All right, we're back again. Still building out my.Breadth application here. Let's get the share screen going. All right, so let's get this thing fired up here. Get our virtual environment set up. There's got to be a better way to not have to deactivate this Anaconda thing every time. But for now, this works. Python server.py. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Bring this over. All right, let's see if I can remember one of the users we were using. Darth Vader's good to go. I remember it. Okay, cool. So we got the portfolios page, which has nothing in it yet. So we're going to try and populate that today if we have time. The create portfolio page is set up. I'm going to do, as far as like front end stuff, I'm going to make it usable and look decent, then take care of all the back end and getting hooked up to the database and doing all the logic stuff, and then come back. And then once that's done, then move on to the next piece. And then at the end, I'll come and do the kind of like final sort of cleanup, since I'm using the Jinja layout, which I love. This thing's great. Where all this, like the nav bar and all that, and the footers and all that, I can change just using one single page. So I'm not too worried about needing to do a lot of work when I come back to clean up all the front end stuff. So for right now, let's see one more time. This looks fine. I'm going to pull up, I'm trying to think if we made any portfolios. I think everything's working good on the portfolio side. Let me just pull up the SQL. Yeah, so let me actually see which users I have. All right, so just Darth Vader. Okay, so let's see how this looks. Let's see how Darth Vader's portfolio looks. Okay, great. And he's got 3 different portfolios. We do have, actually, no, we don't have any duplicate stocks, do we? Yes, we do. Okay, because we were still having some issues. But by the end here, when we did this Gators portfolio, we have no duplicate stock IDs, which is great. So we solved that problem. So we're validating that if the stock already exists in the database, don't save it in the database. Here, I'll go to the, oops. So basically, wait, portfolios. So when we go to create the portfolio, we get the list of tickers from here. Then for each ticker, we make sure it's not empty, because right now you can put up to 20. So the form will take back, let's say there's 20 entries available and you do 10, it's going to kick back 10 empty entries, which is not going to work right when we're doing the database, obviously. So what this is doing is just making sure they're not empty. We are also going to need to check that the ticker is correct, but we'll have to do that once we plug in the Y-Finance stuff. So can't do anything about that yet. I could actually probably get rid of this. Well, no, I should probably keep this so that we'll see, because I can do it. I can do an error thing, one of those try, if not, error, then return something different if the ticker isn't available, like if they just typed it in wrong. But for right now, that's going to make sure there's nothing empty. And then we are going to put every ticker in as an uppercase so that our database looks clean. The Y-Finance doesn't require uppercase tickers. Some, like trading views, I believe, does require uppercase, but either way, it's just cleaner to have them all look the same. And in general, ticker symbols are always uppercase. So that appends to our list tickers. Again, right now, we're just going to have to we have to put the actual names in, because we're not calling the API yet. But this instead will just be a quick call to the API to get the stock name down in here. And then what we're going to do is save the stock IDs. So what's happening then is for I in range, length of ticker. So in this case, we would have 3. stock name, again, we're pulling from here. We will be pulling from the API, and then it's going through this tickers list, right? Iterating at I. And then what this is doing is check stock. So if we go to the check stock right here, this is running through, and basically what it's saying is we're getting all the results for every ticker in the stock table. And we are creating a list of the tickers. If the data ticker, so the one we're passing in to check against, is in the tickers list that's in our stocks table, then we're going to return stock grab ID. So then what this one is going to do is go down here, and it's simply going to select the ID from the stocks table where the ticker equals a ticker. So it's just going to pull the ID that's already there. Otherwise, we are going to add the stock to the database and return a new ID. Then once that's done, we will append everything to this stocks ID list. And then we're going to get the, what's this, new data? Oh, right. And so now we need to validate the portfolio data. So we run that through. That's a pretty simple one because there's not a ton to validate. It's just checking that the name doesn't already exist for the user. So if the user, a lot of people use watch list or focus list if they're trading. So every user can have a watch list, but you can only have one watch list. You could name it watch list 1, watch list 2, but we don't have a duplicate same name portfolio for the same user. So that it's just checking to make sure the user can only have 3 portfolios. So it's just checking to make sure the user isn't already using that named portfolio. We are going to add when we go to the portfolios page, the current portfolio, I guess that's not set up correctly. Anyway, I'll have to change that. This page will allow you to add, and it'll show all 3 portfolios, and then it will allow you to add or delete as you want. So, and okay, then we validate to make sure that the name is not already in use. If it is, we'll send it back and do one of those, a flash error. And then we are going to save the portfolio. So basically all we're doing in this big loop, because this is still within this loop, or no, I'm sorry, a separate loop, we will run through these stock IDs. And so that will just be, we'll iterate through the stock IDs because the stocks ID is all we need. We don't need the name or any of that because we have the tables joined and left join the tables. So it'll just put the portfolio name, it'll put the user ID, and it will put the stock ID. And it will save that portfolio. So that's really it. You can save lists into SQL. My understanding is you can do that. So I could have a portfolio that then has a column that is actually a list of stocks. I'm not going to do that. This isn't like a massively robust application that I imagine thousands of people will use. It will iterate. I will iterate my way to that if for some reason it becomes that, and that's great. For right now, I'm just trying to get it out there and just to get feedback, which is why I'm not collecting emails, which I've debated on for a while. I just want people to use it, and if they want to give me feedback and fill out the contact form, or if I know them, they can text me, call me, send me a message on LinkedIn, through YouTube, whatever. I just want feedback. That's the point of this thing. And then I can build something even more robust, because right now this is just doing the breadth of your individual portfolios, like how strong it is or weak the breadth is. And then it's allowing you to look at it from an entire market. That's all it's doing right now. I would eventually like to implement using stock internals, other trend ideas for individual portfolios, but that's a huge long runway to get there. Right now, I just want to see if this is useful for individual traders, investors, and whatnot. So I think we are good with everything we need here. Next thing to do, so let's go ahead. I'm going to make a new user, start from scratch. We'll log out. We will register a new user because right now I only have one single user because we made a new database. So this will be great. We can fully test this portfolio thing. If it works, then I will set up the portfolios page that will show us all of our portfolios. So let's just register. do Kylo Ren. He will just be Kylo Ren. He will have this password. Oop. He will be Kylo Ren 1. Okay, so let's create a portfolio for him. We're going to make 3. So right now, just to show this, select star from portfolios. All I've got is Vader, see user ID 1. So now we have a new user ID 2, and we will call this the dark side. Kind of wondering now, is dark side 1 word, 2 words? Dark side. Sith. I know how to spell that. I know that's 1 word. All right, let's throw some stocks. Let's throw some stocks that already exist in the database. So let's do. So I don't have to keep changing these. Let's do this one. All right, so let's do these first 3, JP Morgan, Coca-Cola. Well, these ones are already repeats, so let's not do that. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, let's do these 3 first in this portfolio. Because unfortunately, because I don't have the API, I'm going to have to keep changing these right now to test, but this won't take long. So right now we've got Nike, Lululemon, Nordstrom. Okay. Nike, Lululemon, JWN. Okay, everything seemed to work. Check the database. Now we shouldn't have any replicates of the stocks. Oh, shoot. Why didn't it make these upper? Also, why is it showing created at as yesterday's date? Maybe, did I miss that and there were already? Okay, so this worked right. This did 23, 24, 25. But for some reason, it replicated them. Ticker list, get tickers. For ticker and ticker list, greater than 0. Ticker.upper. I don't know why. Ticker.upper. And it's using this. I do not know whether it went in as lowercase. I understand why it copied them and made a new copy of them because they're. What did I miss here? It's got to be pretty simple. Something I missed. Ticker list. Let's do this. What is this printing? Something on. All right, I don't want to keep printing that. Let me try this one more time. So JWN. Oops. JWN. Yeah, so it did put him as uppercase. Maybe they were, it's possible they were, those three were already there and I just didn't realize it. Let's see. Because it didn't replicate them this time. And we got 23, 24, 25. Oh boy. Okay, I've got an idea. Since these are all uppercase, I'm going to try these three again. Make sure they don't go in. So JP Morgan, Coca-Cola, MongoDB. What is it again? JP Morgan. Coca. I feel like that's not even right. Coca. MongoDB. Unaligned. JPM. KO. MDB. Okay, that worked. These might have already, I'm guessing these were already here. That's why it says the 25th. I must have made these yesterday and not realized. This must have been before I did the upper thing. All right. And then let's just check to make sure the portfolio got made, right? So unaligned, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, great. I think everything is working. So we're good there. So now we need to actually display the portfolios. So to do that, we will use some Bootstrap action. I don't know why this is, what is this page? Portfolio. Okay. I need to change that real quick before I forget. There we go. Oops. Wait, what's going on? There we go. Okay, cool. Great. All right, that has changed. And then, all right, so we're going to have to display 3 different portfolios. So it's not too hard to do. Let's go ahead and grab. Actually, what am I using here? Is this a table? No. We'll grab something from Bootstrap. Let's see. Or actually, I'm just going to use. Let's just see how this looks. Oh, I'm gonna have to change all of this. Let me just see how this looks. Oh, yeah, that's actually good. Yeah, and it's already got the add and delete stuff. Okay. And this is to add stocks and delete stocks. So yeah, we can use that. I like the look of that. I don't have any problem with that. I'm gonna have to change this Jinja that's in here though, because it's probably gonna be, probably should plug my computer. All right, so all right. All right, what did I do here? All right, if not, portfolio name equals none. Oh, okay, I see. I did this for 3 different portfolios. And then I did a basic. I wonder why that's not coming through. If portfolio one name equals none. If not portfolio, it shouldn't show. It should actually show nothing right now. Div class row container. Let's see how this is set up. Yeah, it's all in that div column. This whole thing should not exist. I'm not sure that's showing up. Can I, maybe I can't use this. Can I do that in Jinja? I don't even know. Oh, because I have a function on the old one that's why. Okay. That makes sense then. Okay. I just have a function that goes through and like checks if it's true or not, and if it's not, then it returns none. Because I'm not sure in Jinja if you can like just do if not none. So well, let's check real quick. Oh, you can use. Just have to be lowercase. Interesting. So I'm guessing it doesn't need to be in quotations then. Come back to that. It doesn't really matter right now. I just want to get the data displayed. Okay, so we've got, let's get out of this thing. All right, so on portfolios page, we've got here. Oops. Actually, oh, actually, this isn't. Oh, because I only have it showing one user. See, what I'm trying to think about is how to group these by the same name. I mean, I know how to, but I would have to know what the name is. See, this is why on the original one I had something like there was another box here that said portfolio 1, portfolio 2, or portfolio 3, and it would save it as portfolio 1, 2, or 3. And it kind of eliminated all this need to do this. And I'm sure this isn't that hard. I'm just not really thinking about how to do it. Let's see. I might actually go back and rebuild the database and just make that a thing because then it's pretty simple. I just get this all back and then I can group them in here. Because the 1, 2, and 3 will never change. For this, the names could be anything. And how am I going to know? I mean, I could do a group by here. Let's see. What does that look like if I do? Oh gosh, come on now. Ooh, do we not need that? Why is this a problem? Should just be able to group by. I mean, I guess they already are grouped by name, but people could add or delete. So why isn't this group? It's 2 words here. Group by name. I mean, I'm happy to put portfolios, but I don't think that makes a difference. Yeah, it just says the table is not much, but that doesn't make any sense because if I change it to I'm spelling something wrong. Portfolios dot name. And then I get the other error, which I would imagine I don't need to have it as portfolios, which I completely agree with. Well, this is annoying. Well, that's not going to work. I'm wondering if it's because it's already group by, but that doesn't mean anything. I mean, this doesn't need like quotes or anything, I don't think, right? Shoot, it's annoying. Actually, now I'm thinking, do I even need to do? I actually don't even need to do all this, because I already have user ID in here. I can just left join. Yeah, I don't actually need to join the users because I'm just pulling portfolios for an individual user. Yeah, I don't know why I thought I needed to do that. Select star from portfolios, left join, stocks on stocks.id equals, I don't need this. Right. I do. Whoops. Yeah, portfolios.stock.id where user ID equals that. Maybe this will let me do group by. No. Gosh, what the hell is going on? I'm sure this works. What? Oh, you know what I want? It's because I want order by, not group by. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh no, can't do that either. What is going on? Now it works. All right. I might need to figure out a different way to do the portfolios database. I had a feeling of this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some kind of many-to-many relationship on the. For some reason, I kind of felt like the portfolios table would do that for me, but I don't think that's going to be the case. So I need to look into that. And yeah, just take another look at it. So I think that's good for now. We out.